I just got done eating brats instead of pizza. Yes, I don't know, maybe Chloe didn't want pizza or something. Anyways, at least we have ice cream, which I'll be eating once I'm done with this assignment. Oh, okay. So, I think the PowerPoint is completely done. Let's just double check the PowerPoint to make sure it's completely done. But I think it's completely done, so it's completely done, so it's completely done, so and the PowerPoint completely. Let's stop. Oh, hello. What just happened? Why was there a black screen? The Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act of 2008 contains provisions protecting employees from discrimination based on their genetic information. This act builds upon protections included in the Health Insurance Affordability and Accountability Act of 1996, and prohibits employers from changing the terms of group health plans based on the genetic information of group members. Issuers of these plans are prohibited from requiring genetic tests of individuals and from collecting genetic information from individuals. Some exceptions apply to these provisions. The Healthcare Education and Reconciliation Act of 2010, the Healthcare Education and Reconciliation Act of 2010 was an amendment to the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act. Some provisions of HCERA include a modification of the penalty for not buying insurance, offering more generous subsidies to lower-income groups, reforming the penalty to employers for not offering healthcare coverage, and adding a discount on brand-name drugs for Medicare patients. The bill also included provisions dealing with student loan reform. These include giving all federal loans through the Department of Education as opposed to giving subsidies to private banks to provide loans, increasing the Pell Grant Scholarship Award, making it easier for parents to take out federal loans for students, and increasing funding to schools that mainly serve poor and minority students, as well as increasing funding to community colleges. Well, Health Insurance Affordability and Accountability Act of 19. I spelled it wrong. So glad I saw that I spelled this wrong. It's actually H. Okay. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, the Health Insurance Affordability and Accountability Act offers protections for millions of Americans workers that improve affordability and continuity of health care insurance coverage. Firstly, if someone loses their health coverage or has a life event such as a marriage or adding a new dependent, this law gives them the opportunity to enroll in a health group health plan outside of its open enrollment period. Secondly, it protects individuals from discrimination in the enrollment or premiums of health plans based on any health factors. Finally, it allows for state laws to provide additional coverage protections. Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986. The Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986 made a penalty for employers who knowingly hired those who were unauthorized to work in the United States. It required employers to verify whether these individuals were authorized to work in the country. The IRS granted legal status to illegal immigrants who had resided in the country since before and provided them with the option of applying for permanent residency and a green card. This law increased funding to the Immigration and Naturalization Service and the U.S. Border Patrol and created new separate visa categories for temporary agricultural work and temporary agricultural work. War Hazards Compensation Act of 1914 puts in place a system where if a soldier working for a private contractor is injured as a result of a war hazard and is compensated by the insurance company, the insurance company can seek a reimbursement from the government. According to this, a war hazard or risk hazard generally involves attacks or actions by hostile forces as well as accidents occurring during the operation of aircraft or vessels and resulting in hostility. National Federation of Independent Business versus Civilians 2012. This court case was a decision by the Supreme Court regarding the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act. It was determined whether the individual mandate and the Medicaid expansion were constitutional. The court found that the individual mandate was valid as a legitimate exercise of Congress's power to collect taxes. The court found that the Medicaid expansion was not constitutional. Use of coercion. This decision effectively made the Medicaid expansion voluntary to individual states. We're excited. That's a lot of work cited. Oh crap, this is not in alphabetical order at all. I don't know why. Wait just a minute, dude. I literally just changed it so it's not... What? H-I-J-K. Oh, you know what? I forgot the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act of 2008 was at the bottom. I totally ignored these two at the bottom here. Well, it doesn't matter. This one needs to be changed up to... Wait, what am I doing? This source was not even used in the Word document. Okay. All I have to do is change it on the PowerPoint instead. Is there a way to do that? That'd be nice. Genetic. H-I-J-G-H. Should be right here. Okay, that's good, right? I think that's good. There. Is it good? Save. Next slide. Okay, I fixed it. And... any questions? Thank you. Goodbye. Nay! I mean, yay. Hufflepuff is complete. The PowerPoint is done. Oh, dude, I think we're almost done. All we have to do is delete the stuff that I didn't use in this Word document. Okay, so I didn't... the only ones used in this Word document was, I don't know what the specific sources are, dude. Okay. Dang me. So we're going to delete all of them except for the summary of healthcare, I mean the SHRM thingy. So we're going to delete this, and then we're going to add a stupid link to this other. So this one, and we're going to go summary of the major laws, and I have to think and proofread it still. Yeah. Departments of retrieved July 17, 2021. And of course they're in the wrong order. Yes. Dang. Okay, that's all works cited. Okay, now we're going to conclude it. I'm not going to really change much. I'm just going to change some stuff here. Just like grammar stuff, that's all I'm going to change. This act was to help prevent failure of retirement pension plans for retirement. It is designed to protect employees' retirement benefits. Okay. Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938, Amendment regulates wage and hour requirements of the United States workers since 1938. Although violations may still be common, establishes law that outlines minimum overtime and maximum hours requirements for most United States workers. The Equal Pay Act of 1963, amending FLRA, mandates organizations that compensate genders doing the same jobs in the organization with the same rate of pay. When the act was passed, women around energy. This law overturned the Supreme Court's decision in Blee, which severely restricted the time for filing complaints of employment discrimination concerning compensation. The act states the long-standing position that each paycheck that contains discrimination is a separate violation regardless of discrimination. Particularly important for the victims of discrimination, the act contains an explicit retroactivity. Taft-Hartley Act made major... not the correct font. Okay. Hello? Go. Taft-Hartley Act made major changes. Oh, crap. Okay. Made major changes to the Wagner Act. Taft-Hartley defined 6 additional unlabeled field records, which then reflected Congress' perception that some unique conducted that also need correction. I don't even know what that means.
The Act was amended to protect employees' rights from these unfair practices by unions. I think he means some unions' conduct also needs correction. Alright, gives employees the right under Section 5 to form and join unions and obligate employers to bargain collectively with unions that were selected by most of the employees in the collective bargaining union. 43 years after the Supreme Court set forth the right that represent employees who are entitled to union representation. When facing narrative that could lead to discipline, the National Labor Relations Act guarantees employees the right to self-organization, to form, join, or assist labor organizations, and makes it an unfair labor practice for an employer to interfere with, restrain from employees. Owns and operates a retail store located in the shopping mall. Reflects a company's intent to maintain a drug-free workplace to encourage safety of all employees, customers, and to follow the Sexual harassment is a form of sex discrimination that violates Title VII of the law. Sexual harassment can be unwelcoming to sexual encounters, requests for sexual favors, and other trouble for sexual actions that affects an individual's employment. These actions also rise to the level of sexual harassment, may interfere with individuals' performance to create a hostile work environment. With our federal government the power to set well, enforce safety and health standards for most countries' workers. I'm gonna just say set and enforce. I don't know what he means by set well. I'm gonna say set and enforce. It's probably what he meant. I don't know. Okay, so I think that I'm going to delete this because I think it seems like every act is divided into titles. It's not really a fact. Okay, the title prohibits discriminating, hiring, promoting, dismissal, benefits, compensation, pass to restore rights. I'm going to delete as pass to restore rights to replace restore The passing amendment to act as a series of amendments to Title VII. The greatest accomplishment of this act was to force employers that were unwilling to comply with the law was designed to assist employers, labor organizations, employment agencies, and licensing and certification boards to comply with requirements of the federal law prohibiting employment which discriminated of race. That's not really how you say that. I don't really care. The Supreme Court decided that tests must fairly measure the knowledge and skills required in a job in order not to discriminate unfairly against minorities if the result impact in a protected group is discriminatory. It creates an adverse impact. I'm going to say N. Okay, allows unpaid leave for employees illness or specific family-related reasoning such as childbirth, adoption, as well as leaving to care for a sick family member with guarantee that the employee will have a job when returning from the leave. Well, what a great thing. Unpaid leave is so great. FMLA was extended in 2008 when family members of military personnel who are on active duty, employees that require a leave of absence from work to care for a living sort of service. Obamacare, may also be referred to as Obamacare, was passed in Congress in 2010, which had a significant impact changing employees, consumers, as well as insurance company act reforms to health insurance care system, which expanded availability to health care insurance, as well as making a change in the health insurance that everyone is paid for. The Supreme Court decided. I already read that one. Wow, that was funny. This act prevents employers in a private section from using polygraph tests in all employment decisions. I don't know. After being passed in 2008, GINA prohibits employers with 15 or more. I already read that one. Okay. Works cited. And we got our works cited, and we got. Okay. There were a couple things that were not that good, but I didn't feel like changing them. Okay. Dude. University. I think you're supposed to put a dash there. Okay. Part 2, All Laws Word Document. Team Hufflepuff. Jonathan Topper and Noah Simcox. I think you were supposed to put section. Need the section. I don't know. I don't think so. Okay. Oh my god! We're finally done! We're finally done! We're finally done! Oh my god! Oh. We're gonna save and go back, and we're gonna save and we're gonna save. We already saved. Okay, wait. We are. I literally did work on it all day long, dude. All I did was write 3 PowerPoint slides. That's it. I mean 6. Okay, fine. I wrote 6 PowerPoint slides. That's it. I wrote 6 PowerPoint slides, and then I proofread his Word document, and I wrote all of my work cited for the PowerPoint. It was all for the PowerPoint. am get sure he wants. I think we can resubmit it if. I'm just gonna submit it. I don't know. I probably did more work on. I probably spent a longer amount of time on this assignment than Jonathan. Well, actually, I don't know. He probably spent quite a long time on the second part of the Word document. Actually, I don't know. I'm curious to know, like. The problem is that I don't have all the work cited for his slides. I just have it for my slides. So, whatever. I don't freaking care anymore. Oh man, should I just submit it? He's probably not gonna. I mean, maybe he'll make one change. Are we allowed to resubmit? Wait, this is not the right one. Do not submit here. Are we allowed to do a resubmission? Probably not. So I better wait for him to give the okay there. It's fine. It's gonna take like 2 seconds to submit this assignment. I just gotta make sure not to forget. Wow, I spent almost 7 hours on it today. Maybe even 7 hours because of the time when I accidentally forgot to stop the time or start the timer. That's a long time. All of that just to write 6 PowerPoint slides. The vast majority of that was spent writing 6 PowerPoint slides.